Right, Yahweh Shem outside back a thumb to the Akim. Yahweh Shema other thumb behind Shem outside to the Aquatium. We at ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we're bringing out the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that the so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, and the so-called Native man is the true Jew, you understand me, the true Israelite, according to this Bible. And that the oppressor is the devil, you understand me, of the Bible, you understand me? And that's fact. That's something that can be proven, you understand me? He is the deceiver of the earth. That's what devil means. It means he is the deceiver of the earth. This is a Wednesday night law class. And what we're going to get into tonight, what we're going to touch on is who are the true Israelites according to this Bible. You understand me? Or the true Jew according to this Bible. Because I know we've been led to believe that the real Jews are sitting over in Israel somewhere, you understand me? And they are the ones that God was with. They are the ones who get the salvation and whatnot. But in this Bible, it shows a different story that your pastor doesn't tell you in church. You understand me? This Bible will tell you a different story that they don't teach you in school. You understand me? And that's what we're going to touch on today. Because contrary to your belief, the Most High hasn't dealt with all in every nation. He doesn't love everyone. He didn't send Yahushua to die for all nations. He dealt with a specific nation. We're gonna learn that tonight. We're gonna learn what that nation is, where that nation came from. You understand me? And we're gonna find out why he deals with that nation. You understand me? We gonna just off the was you 2 hours out of line? All right, off the top, I'm just gonna get into it to prove. We're gonna get let me see what we get first. Deuteronomy 4 and 6. We're gonna start, and we're gonna be mainly staying in the book of Deuteronomy today. We're gonna be all Deuteronomy today. I might venture off one time, but we're gonna stick strictly to the book of Deuteronomy. You understand me? And get to the bottom of this. You understand me? And find out who's the real Israelites according to the Bible, not according to the oppressor, not according to your lying pastor pork chop. According to the Bible, we're gonna find out who the Jews are. You understand me? All right, read.
You said Deuteronomy 4 and 6.
It might be 7 and 6. Lock it, sir. 7 and 6. Yes, lock it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
All right, now he's saying right there, he said, now thou art an holy people. The word holy in the Bible means separate. You understand? When you're separate, you don't fit in with everybody. When you're separate, you do one thing, they do another. When you're separate, you're over here and they're over there. You understand me? Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
All right, and that's unto the Lord thy God. That's to the Lord. He chose you to be separate. Or chose a certain nation. We'll get to that. He chose a certain nation to be apart from the other nations. He chose a certain people to be apart from the other nations, not to fit in with all nations, not to be like this nation that he's talking about. He set apart. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Mm-hmm. All right, now right there, the words is a very very powerful thing. It said the Lord thy God. You understand me? The Lord your God. He's saying he chose a people to be their God. He never said he was going to be the whole world's God. He never said he loved everybody. He said the Lord thy God, your God has chosen. When you choose something, that means you have a selection, right? That means you can pick from here, you can pick from there, you can pick anything you want to pick out of a group. You understand me? He chosen thee. Read.
To be a special people.
To be a special people. He didn't say to be a special whole world. It say to be a special universe. He said a special people. You understand me? Above, read.
Unto himself.
Uh-huh.
Above.
He said above, right? That's not equal to, right? That's not equality. That's not under people. He said above. Uh-huh.
All people that
Mm-hmm.
are upon the face of the earth.
Ooh, wait. He said to put you above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That's what that was his plan, to put this special people who are the so-called Jews. You understand me? According to the Bible, the people that he chose to deal with. You understand me? The people that he chose to have that contract with. The people that he wanted to exalt and put on high, right, above all other nations. Like the Most High never, like, contrary to what your pastor said, the Most High never in this Bible said he loved the whole world. He never did that. That's something that you learn on the Sunday school church bus. They said he got the whole world in his hands and all that other stuff. The Most High had the Israelites in his hands. You understand me? He had his people. He had the 12 tribes of Israel in his hands. And the only thing he wanted was for them to obey and keep these laws, statutes, commandments that we slowly get away from, like obtaining or being who we need to be, because the society we live in is wicked. You understand me? And they're not going to teach you the things you need. You have something, other one?
You kind of.
Uh-huh.
It's like it just, and this doesn't say everybody who believes in Jesus.
Right.
You understand? This doesn't say everybody who wants to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The context of this chapter, even it talks about how the children of Israel aren't supposed to marry, people from other nations.
Right.
You understand? Like this is a national thing. This is a nation thing.
Right.
He's talking about the nation of Israel,
Right,
being a separate, special, holy people unto himself, man. And that's not something that you can just, damn it, just raise your hand and be a part of. No matter how bad you may want to. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is for, a select people, man. The Most High say he chose us to be a special people. He saw all the options. He seen the choices and chose us to be this special people. You understand? That was it. That was just for anybody again who's saying, but God's talking to anybody that believes in Jesus.
Right. That's it. That's it. As long as you believe in Jesus, and the Bible is real. Is real stern on what he expects and what he believes. And from there, we're going to get to the book of Deuteronomy. We're going to start at 28 and 15. You understand me? Now, we've seen what we just read there, Deuteronomy 7 and 6, how he said we're a special people unto itself, for the Israelites were a special people unto itself, that he wanted to set above all people and above all nations, nationalities, you understand me? That's different people that he wanted to set above the other ones. But it's like a contract. It's like a term. It's like when your father gives you rules, he expects you to obey them. You understand me? You got that other one? Right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
And I saying it now. It shall come. This is what Moses gave to the Israelites, and it was fleeing Egypt. You understand me? He was giving the Most High's rules, his laws, and how to conduct yourself, how to maintain yourself when you're out of Egypt. Like how to, you understand me? How to keep your head afloat when you're going to be in a culture full of heathens like as we are today. You understand me? But these laws, statutes, commandments, you don't have to be doing the things that the heathens do when you're around about the heathens. You understand me? Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
All right, now this is like once he gives us rules, you understand me? And once he gives us these laws, these statutes, and commandments, it's basically saying now, this is what's gonna happen if you don't do it. You understand me? Like if your parent tell you go out and run these errands and do it a certain way, fix something and do it a certain way, he knows that if you don't do it that certain way, other things is gonna bound to happen to you. You understand me? If you don't hearken, you understand me? Hearken means like listen closely, like put like initiative into it. You understand me? And do it. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And that's heavy right there, because if you look around at the world, right, and it's only a certain group of people who are really like a real spectacle to the rest of the earth. It's only the so-called black, so-called Hispanic, and the so-called native who is really like, it's normalized to disrespect them. It's normalized to not give them justice. It's normalized to not give them peace. And everyone looks at it like, oh, it's okay, that's all normal. You know, that is a curse from the Most High. That is coming from not obeying these laws, these statutes, these commandments. This is that cover getting pulled from under you. You understand me? That protection that we were supposed to have, that we always had. You understand me? When it came to being the Most High's chosen people, to him being like, you know what? If you feel like you can do it on your own, let me see how you make it out. You understand me?
So, like, if I may, part of that scripture that's extremely heavy is where it says all these curses.
Right.
Because one of the damn arguments that we get from, the oppressor, Hamites, you name it. The so-called Jewish man is, I know you're going to get into the list of them, but they might find one where it says, well, that happened to us too. You understand? Right. Well, did all of these things happen to you?
Right.
Well, if not, then maybe this ain't you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say one of the curses was you're going to lose a job. Well, damn. A lot of people can raise their hand having lost their job.
Right.
But what about the rest? You know what I mean?
Right.
If the shoe fits. You know what I mean? You got to put your whole damn foot in the shoe. You know what I'm saying? Not just your big toe.
Right.
This is a shoe that fits a certain people, man. I can't wait till you get into it. Right. But I wanted to emphasize that it said all these curses shall come upon you, man, and overtake you.
And overtake thee. And if you look around, what nation is overtaken? The so-called Jews, the last time I checked, they're not overtaken over there. They're living lovely. They're living lavish. America's giving them a check. You understand me? They got took out of their captivity. It was their Most High is the oppressor. That's who saved them. That's who took them out their captivity and put them in a place.
So like the whole world fought for that.
Right, kind of what kind. Right.
The whole world fought for the atrocities that were committed against them.
Kind of what
the entire world fought for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole world fought for their freedom. Like, it's like, damn, the whole world got on the team and got y'all out of their captivity. But guess who the world don't fight for? Not even the so-called Africans who we're so blindly believe that we are. They didn't get on one canoe. They ain't bring one dart straw over here to try to take their people back. You understand me? That's because they know that we are not the same people. You understand me? And then once you get into these classes, you get into this Bible, you'll learn that what I'm saying is totally true. But that's another class. We'll get into that. You understand me? But we can read.
You want verse 16?
Yeah, we can go to that one.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
See, the thing about curses, like it kind of goes back to the last verse where it says, "All these things will come upon thee and overtake thee." You can't escape it. It is no running from it. It ain't no running. You can't try to run and hide. Cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the field. You're gonna be cursed in the city. You're gonna be cursed in the country. It's like the curse is for if you're not living by the Most High, His laws, statutes, command, his expectations. Like, how many times do we see it happen all too often? Like, a person might be in the hood and feel like they're gonna escape their problems that was there in that hood with them. So they get a little bit of, they get a couple of dollars, get a little bit of money, and guess what? The problems just follow them. Right? Biggie said, "More money, more problems." Right? So he was cursed in the city and in the field. You understand me? Like, I can think of Kanye. He got on, and he probably wish he never did. His life went, even though he had a lot of money, his life went in the shambles. He lost his mom, he lost his kids, all everybody. His wife suing the nigga, still suing the man for like billions. Like, how do you think you get that much on child support? But that's what happens when you mess with the oppressor. Oh, they're gonna let that happen. But think about all the famous rappers we have that are no longer here today. Like, think about your Pop Smokes. Right? Think about your Nipsey Hussles. Right? Think about all the young brothers who their whole dream when they was in the hood was escaping the hood. And once they got out the hood, guess what? They ain't got to worry about nothing no more. Everything's gonna be lovely. Everything's gonna be lavish. Just to get all that money, just to get accumulate all those things, and end up dying young. You understand me? End up maybe staying alive if you stayed in the city a little bit longer. But that's what these curses are. Like, curses out you be in the city and in the field. You can't escape these curses. You understand? The only way to escape these curses is get back to these laws, statutes, commandments.
I know. I was just going to say, it's talking about the city and the field, and it brings to mind, you know what I'm saying, with us being in Maryland. I mean, like, damn it, there's projects in Baltimore. In Baltimore City, East Baltimore, West Baltimore, there's projects.
Right.
There's projects on the Eastern Shore. There's projects in Somerset, County.
Right.
Dogtown.
Right.
You understand? There's projects in Wacomico County.
Right.
You understand? There's projects in Salisbury. This is a rural little town, relative to Baltimore, which is absolutely, urban.
Right.
Like, you can't escape the punishment of the Most High for the disobedience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For our disobedience. So you can't escape it. You know what I mean? There's no geographic sanctuary in which we can flee to, and seek refuge that we won't, suffer these curses out. You understand? There ain't no running from it. It reminds me of a child, you know what I mean, that knows that they done got a bad note from the parent, from the teacher, and a phone call home. Yep. And now they in the damn house trying to hide somewhere. Can they hide under the bed? Or they gonna hide in the closet? Nope. You know what I mean? Or they gonna go lock the bathroom door? Nope. There ain't no running from that judgment for your misbehavior, man. And that's what this is. This is a geographic clarification. You ain't running from it. You can't. You get what I'm saying? You can't go over there with the heathens and hide. Right. The judgment's going to follow you. You understand? Like, the curse is not one that you can escape from. You're going to feel it. Right. Which is what it one of the things coming into the truth. Before I came into the truth, that was so profound for me. Like, learning this. Like, the stories that General Mahayman and Captain Tazariak and Commander General Yohana would tell about the condition of our people, they don't know me. Like, they have never met. They never met me. You know what I mean? The Aisha Allah in the world. They never met me. And the damn stories they're telling are my stories. How can this be? Huh? How is this even possible? That they're in New York, Philly, you know what I'm saying? It's how are their stories the same as mine? That's because no matter where our people were, these curses followed us. They touched us. They impacted us. We felt it. And that was the way the Most High wanted it. You understand? They didn't want nobody to be able to get away with it, and no slicking your way out of this. Like the Christian church would teach you, like God's some easy, some pathetic entity that can just be easily hustled and gained. You know what I mean? And just finessed. That ain't no finessing of the Most High, man. All of our stories are the same for a reason. And it's because these curses have impacted every last one of us. Whether you're from the East Coast, the West Coast, whether you're from South America, whether you're from the goddamn UK, we all have felt the same impact of these curses, man, because of our forefathers' disobedience. Yeah, so like,
no, you're right. That's heavy. That's what we do need to realize as a people. Like, our stories, no matter where you come from, your story aligns. Your story is exactly the same, man. Just like also I was bringing up earlier about the projects everywhere. Think about who is facilitating all those projects all over the place. The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man is in them projects. You understand me? We're the ones in them projects. You understand me? We can't, like I said earlier, think we can hide amongst the heathen and escape these curses. You know what I mean? You can't run under the heathen and think you going the Most High said they're gonna come get you. He ain't gonna smack you. He's still gonna get you.
It's like, you know what, LeBron James run to the suburbs. Hey. They wrote nigga on his garage. You understand? Like, come on, man.
No, ain't no running.
There ain't no escape.
You can't escape it. After that, we gonna go to 30. We gonna go to verse 30 after that. God. Yeah, ain't no escaping these curses. It's like only thing we can do is it's be just in his eyes, so them curses stop hurting as much. You understand me? So we can dodge those curses. And he has ways to dodge them curses. You know how? Obeying his laws, that's his commandments. You know what I mean?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Yeah, that sounds like so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native culture right there, ain't it? Like with the hot girl summers, with the shorties just I'ma do me. How many baby shorties got multiple different baby dads? You know what I mean? And recently, the Kiki Palmer, I can't think of her man's name. He betrothed a wife. You understand me? He laid down with that woman. He had a baby. For her to go on national television and embarrass his manhood in front of everyone. You understand me? You know what that is? That is one of them curses. You understand me? He betrothed the wife, and she's out there showing them cakes to everyone, and anyone with the internet can see your wife's cheeks. You understand me? Anybody?
They saw her cheeks in Hong Kong.
Right. God. God. Mm-hmm. Them cheeks went viral. You understand me? You don't want your girl's cheeks to go viral. But that's also a curse and a thing that seems to be only pushed on our culture. You don't see the little you don't see them pushing this culture on the Chinese girls or the little Chinese girls. You don't see them making them hot girl summers, right? They don't make the Afghanistan the Arab daughters hot girls. They put that in our on the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Natives in our TV. Oh, have you seen the BET Awards? Did you see the BET Awards out of the world?
So like I heard about it, I didn't see it for myself in its entirety. I saw like one or two clips.
I see pieces of it, and what I see is our leadership has failed us, and we really don't have nothing to look up to. Because if you think about things like they have the Grammys, our person got the Grammys, they got like that Met Galas, they got everything that's so classy, it's so upscale, upper echelon, whatever. They give us award shows and let us run amok. They let us, and I can't even, fellas, we all been the fellas too, and mainly it's the shorties rationing it up because they not having a lot of guidance. A lot of their mothers wasn't really mothers. Their mothers were in competition with them more than trying to teach them. You understand me? That the older generation of women don't really seem to. Let me scratch that. Older generation of women who are not in the ISUPK. You understand me? The women in the world. You understand me? They tend to give the women under them wrong advice. They tend to tell them girls, you don't need no man. You can just do it all by yourself till you're 40. Forget them kids until they look up and they're 30, 40, single. No man want them. They're just lonely. I don't want.
No, it's a lie. I was just gonna say, like, just to kind of tie into what you're talking about, like, you know how the BET Awards were so ratchet. You get what I'm saying? But you know how the previous verse says, you know what I'm saying, like, Cursed shall you be in the city and the field. Like how you can't run to white society and escape it. Hell, Will Smith smacked the taste out of Chris Rock mouth at the damn Academy Awards. You know, that's they were in damn tuxedos fighting on stage. You understand? Over Will Smith's frustration, you know what I mean, and the dysfunction with his relationship with his wife, where she's lying with other men. She's lying with her son's friend.
He would chalk the wife.
You understand?
He would chalk the wife.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like even being amongst the higher, you know, the upper echelon of white society. You understand? There's no relief from this dysfunction.
And that's heavy out of line because Will Smith is one of the most paid black actors. You understand me? And then that's how you know who the Jews are. You understand me? He said that scripture just said, "Thou shalt be betrothed a wife, and another man shall lie with her." Will Smith betrothed a wife, and she had an entanglement.
That's right.
You know what I mean? A couple entanglements. You understand me? What's the girl name? Lori Harvey. Oh man, like Michael B. Jordan thought he would chop the wife. And she has been ran through by the whole industry, and she loves it. Our younger girls are looking up to her for advice on how to get a man. I mean, that's the thing about this day's society. They can tell you how to get a man, but they can't tell you how to keep one. You understand me? Because it ain't nothing to get a man. A man alive with anything for real. The shorty ain't got to be doing much. He catch a brother at the right time. Like, shalom. You understand me?
Right.
It don't take much, but the power in that is keeping that man. The power is the power is keeping that man and doing what you need to do to make that house a home. You understand me? And that's what our females are not learning nowadays. You understand me? We can go with it.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
And that could be used a couple ways. Like, think about since we were on the topic of we were talking about the shorties, the females, the women. Thou shalt build a house, and shalt not dwell therein. Imagine how many times that brother might have made a family with that woman. They might have built it from ground up. You understand me? And then boom, she don't like that he got another wife. You understand me? Boom, she's tired. Boom, she started trying, and guess what? She's gonna kick that man out that house just to move another man in that house who's gonna be absolutely worse than the man she put out the first time. Who's gonna absolutely molest her kids? You understand me? Who's gonna absolutely be really a downfall in her actions, and what she'll end up doing is making him another baby dad. You understand me? And starting all over again. Because the thing about the women in the world, they're so wise. They claim they're so wise, but Pookie with no job and no car gets you out of everything you got. You understand me? But you so wise, black queen. Right? They call them black queens. No, you need to sit down and learn something. You understand me? Learn how to be a virtuous woman. You understand me? But yeah, that's just one way you can use that. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Like how many of our ancestors have built America? Right. You know what I'm saying? How many of them built that stadium and they playing basketball in your local city? You understand me? And they can't even afford a ticket. You understand me? How many people then built the White House? Like, and boy, you can't run in there unless you are an oppressor. If you're an oppressor, you got free reign to run all up and through that White House.
You can't. Why? It's like they found cocaine in the White House.
Oh, they did. That was
Biden was running cocaine through that.
Boy, Biden. Right. And Biden said you're not black if you don't vote for him. Nigga, you're not a fiend if you don't vote for him. Right? That's right. And that's probably why he was handing out crack pipes. You can look this up. Joe Biden was handing out crack pipes so people could smoke crack in peace. You understand me? So you can't really be too how about Shimmy outside about the third world. Captain of the chat. You really can't be surprised by his actions. You know what I mean? The thing and his son. Oh Lord, his son is a different breed. You know what I'm saying? His son is but that's not neither here nor there. That's another class. But back to the scriptures, thou shalt build an house and thou shalt not dwell therein. Man, we done built how many times that we done as a black, Hispanic, and other people we done made an invention, right? We done a black woman made well, she didn't make it per se, but she came up with the idea to make the Matrix and the Terminator in the 1980s. But you know we're not that we wasn't that crafty when it comes to the paperwork. That's what the oppressor the heathen are on that. They're good at snatching your idea as soon as you get it. You understand me? They're good at legally taking your work and making it theirs. Out of mind.
So, like we're the laborers.
Okay.
Take a look around at the laborers. The one that actually pour the damn concrete and lay the concrete. You understand? The ones that come out, do the shingles, that build the houses. Like every major construction company around here exploits the labor of our Hispanic brothers and sisters. You understand? Like you won't you get what like everywhere you look. If there's a major building, they just built the damn some college dormitory downtown Salisbury. The labor is primarily Dominican, like Hispanic brothers and sisters, like doing all of the steel work, the concrete work, like all the manual labor, and they're not attending SU. You understand what I'm saying? Their sons and daughters won't be attending SU. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like that's so heavy. You understand? Because like I'd like to meet the all-white labor force. Right. Like show me where there's a major construction project that is absolutely 100% manned by Europeans. I'll wait. Right. Name the company. You're not gonna see it. Name a company. I'm gonna go take a picture. Put it in the chat. If you're aware of an all-white construction task force that builds, big buildings and paves miles and miles of roadways, you understand? And does all of the hard manual labor in this land. Just put it in the chat. And I'm gonna go take some pictures and see if that's true or not. Because what I've seen with my own two eyes is the Hispanic brothers and sisters, the so-called Negro, being absolutely exploited. Now, you know who on the site is a European? The boss. That's right. The boss. Foreman. The supervisor. The owner of the company. Right. Yeah, he's out there. You know what I'm saying? That's his role. Right. But the ones that are putting in the labor, the ones that are building the house, that they're not going to dwell there. I'm not going to dwell in. And you know what? Are the blacks and Hispanics, man. Look, check this out. And then they didn't have a chance before. They definitely will have a chance now with what's his name? Supreme Court Coon Clarence Thompson. Was it Thomas? Yeah, I mean, he made sure that them bubbas, y'all only thing you're gonna be doing is building that building from the outside. You better not dare try to walk through these upper echelon classes. You know what I mean? No, because he basically burnt the rope. He basically climbed up that rope and burnt it. But for real, I feel like that's better for us as a nation because now we can get back to each other and stop trying to depend on the oppressor. But they're definitely saying that how you gonna build something, you're not gonna dwell in it. It's like another term. What the hell they call it? During COVID-19, they called us essential workers. Oh yeah. Who the hell was still out here making sure this land operated? You know what I mean? Yep. Come on, man. Yep. The essential workers. Think about your custodial staff. You know what I'm saying? Like in like your hospitals and things like that. You understand? Here's one. Think about your the damn housekeepers in the hotel industry. Think about the ones that are cleaning the rooms out. That's Issachar all day. I don't like betting. I ain't too good at betting. I put money on it. You go in any hotel in Ocean City that has 1,000 hotels. Right. And the workers, the ones cleaning the place and keeping the place and not staying in the place will be the tribe of Issachar.
Yeah, that's why all the Trumpers, the Trump homies, they got everything wrong. They're quickest to say the migrants are taking their jobs, when the jobs that Native Hispanic brothers and sisters do, they don't even want those jobs. You understand me? I seen they said in Florida they started deporting them brothers. No, they said they couldn't work without proper documentation, and they have buildings that got stopped getting built. They don't even build, but you get back to these scriptures.
Yeah. On that point, moving on. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Ooh, wait, that's hurt. That's a hurt piece. You know how that hurts. Like you gonna get a vineyard. You know what I mean? Like a little grape field. You know what I mean? You can't even pick a grape off that thing.
No, I mean, imagine the cotton fields. Who planted those cotton seeds?
Kind of one kind.
Huh?
Kind of one kind.
Who plants those watermelons and those damn tomatoes?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And those greens. Who plants those?
We do.
Now, we also pluck them up. But do we get to keep them?
We get no.
We get to take them. We get to. Surely the slaves in America, 400 years ago, were taking the damn cotton home and making clothes with it. You get what I'm saying? It ain't talking about the labor part of it. It's talking about reaping the benefit of it. You get what I'm saying? Issachar gets paid pennies to fucking pick them pick up those watermelons and you know what I mean, and dig up those work those fields for pennies. Pennies.
America gets billions. You understand me?
Show me the fleet of European damn, you know what I mean?
Cotton pickers, watermelon pluckers.
You know you're not. Show me the fleet of Europeans that are out there picking watermelons. I'm going to go. I almost don't. If it's within 200 miles, I'll go take a picture. Chat. Let me know where they're at. And I'm going to go take a picture of it. But from my own observation, from what I see with my own two eyes, it's Issachar and it's Judah. Right. The so-called Negro. Right. Blacks and Hispanics.
We always been the one who had to work unjustly, because you think about it, even when the oppressor was a servant, guess what he was? He was an indentured servant. You know what I'm saying? But that brother had that brother could have left. That brother ain't. We did it without, you understand me, having no backup plan. I had no choice.
It's like the European had a contract.
They
had an agreement. We had lashes from the whip.
Right.
We had scars.
Get down and lay down. Right. You had to get down and lay down. Right. Yeah, we can go to 32 after that.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Ooh, this is like, where do I start with this one? Like, if the Lord ain't showing you who the real Israelites of this Bible is, I don't know who is. You understand me? I don't know what it is. Whose sons and daughters is on a regular basis? Look, if the oppressor's sons and daughters given to anybody, best believe it's their nanny. Best believe they're paying for that kid to go somewhere. Our sons and daughters are all, and that will be always getting given to other people. Right now, they're getting given to the LGBT community, where they're sneaking this stuff into your school. You understand me? They're teaching your kid to be effeminate, and they're making it okay. They're making it all right, and they're suspending students if they try to fight against it, if they try to rebel against it. You understand me? All sons and daughters have been given to the court systems for years. So, I don't want.
It's like, the school system does a hell of a job indoctrinating our children. We don't have an option to send our kids to school or not. You understand? Right. It's against the damn law.
You have to, right? Hey.
When they walk through that front door, America and Esau does it's I hate to say give them credit, but the thing that they are excellent at, they begin the brainwashing process of whatever the hell you were teaching them at home, whatever you were trying to instill in them, they're going to wash that out. Your child will be saluting a flag. every day, Monday through Friday. They will know the lyrics. They will say it with pride and everybody all together. You understand? The national anthem. Every holiday that America celebrates, every God that America worships, your child will learn the customs of that tradition. They will learn the activities. They will learn about, Santa Claus. You understand? They're going to learn about Thanksgiving. They're going to learn about, everything. The Halloweens, the costumes. They're going to learn all of that garbage inside that school system. And you have to. You don't have a choice. Not to mention, 400 years ago, our children, our ancestors, sons and daughters were being given to the plantation across town, across state. You know what I'm saying? Like, from Northern Virginia to Southern Virginia. You get what I'm saying? Like, just sent wherever the hell the slave master wanted to send them. But what I wanted to point out was there's a movie out right now called The Sound of Freedom. And what you'll see in that movie is how what's happening today, 2023, it is an insane problem where children from South America are being Colombia and things like that. These children are being abducted and sold into sex slavery. And you know who's purchasing these children. I don't have to give you any, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody in the chat want to guess who the hell's buying the children that are being kidnapped and pushed into child sex slavery? Huh? Yeah, your elites. Your European elites are purchasing free reign of these precious children, these sons and daughters. The movie's called The Sound of Freedom. It just came out like 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's heavy. Our sons and our daughters are there. Back as you said, slavery getting ripped away from them today. In this day and age right now, like, they're getting our sons and daughters getting ripped from us just by just entertainment alone. Just letting them watch TV. Your sons and your daughters are getting took away. Okay, they're gonna see. Your daughter's gonna see this ratchet dragon on TV and feel like that's the way she needs to act to get boys' attention. You know what I mean? Your son is gonna see some fake Frank Lucas on the TV screen and feel like I need to be like him to get the shorties because this nation makes you worship money and status. You know what I mean? That's why the Most High says don't be a respectable person. Respectable persons will definitely lead you down the path that you can't escape. You understand me? But all those things being said, it's hard to escape the indoctrination or your kid or your son or your daughter not given unto another people. You understand me? Then it said that too. Given unto another people. It didn't say you're going to give them to your family member. They say you're going to give it to another so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native person. They say whoever this is happening to is giving their sons, their daughters unto another people. When your son get picked up on that block, you understand me, by them cops, is he going into the hands of another Black, Hispanic, or Native man? No, he's going into the custody of the oppressor. That judge is an oppressor. You understand me? The warden is an oppressor. You understand me? The COs mainly are oppressors. You know what I mean?
Those jails are privatized. I guess I could look into it before I make such a statement. But I'm not a gambling man. I'm willing to bet that the main funder, the person who's purchased the entire damn jail for our brothers and sisters to occupy, probably not one of us.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, that's look. It's real. Y'all can look this up. I've seen it like maybe a week ago after the Civil Rights Act happened. Like before, it was like maybe 1965, maybe when they started having to allow Black people to vote. When they started to have to allow Black people to have a say so. After that, it was a wrap. The jail rate went up. It went up like 600% or something like that. Ever since then, like because that's how you can still be that person that can't say nothing. You're a felon. The felons are treated the same way that they treat you when you was considered a thief-fifth human being, even though we still are, but on paper, legally, they can tell you can't vote, you can't have no say, you just be here and exist. You know what I mean? Don't talk, don't back talk, don't sass me, boy. Say you understand me? Otherwise,
like I said, that 13th Amendment is a mother. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And there are some purple Israelite groups that do all the hell they can. They'll lie to make sure that you are, you know what I mean, fall under that 13th Amendment category. Right. You understand? Leaders of other organizations, you understand, have been found guilty of lying and planting evidence, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that brothers can end up under that 13th Amendment thumb. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's right. Diabolical.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we are not affiliated with any other group. You understand, man? If it's not under Commander Junior Hunter, you are not in the truth. You understand? But we can keep going.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. Mm-hmm. And there shall be no might in thy hand.
And there is no, whether you want to realize it or not, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man, you have no might in your hand. When it comes to, you have no choice but to get up and go to that job every day. There ain't no might in your hand. You got no choice but to do what the oppressor tells you to do. Because you think you can go to the job and tell your white oppressor what you feel like doing today. You ain't got no might in your hand. You think you can walk down to that jailhouse and pull your family up out of there? You don't have no might in your hand. You think you can tell that judge you deserve to have your daughter and your baby mom doesn't? There's no might in your hand. It's what they say goes. You understand me? Only thing you can do is be on the sideline and spectate. You know what I'm
saying? In the school system, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The child is absolutely out of control because mm-hmm. America has completely corrupted the minds of our children. And the mother comes in and inevitably says, I don't know what else to do with them. Right. I don't know what else to do. They throw their hands up and say, I just don't know what else to do with them. There ain't nothing you can do to get that child back mm-hmm. from, you know what I mean, what they've become under the spell and the hypnosis mm-hmm. of the American idea. Right. You understand?
Right.
And again, the only hope for all of our children is the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana.
That's right.
Where men are being trained to be men, mm-hmm. where sisters are being trained to be real women, mm-hmm. and children can now be properly raised under the proper authority and the That's wisdom right. and the knowledge of the Bible
That's
and
right.
of the instruction of the Most High God Yahweh, mm-hmm. so that we can stand a chance to get up out of this hell that we live in.
That's right.
All of the confusion and all of the dysfunction. Mm-hmm. You understand? Like, but right now, brothers and sisters sitting up in that Christian church, like, they just getting slapped in the forehead with oil and falling out, rolling in the aisles, singing songs, clapping hands, mm-hmm. slapping tambourines, and, like that's going to fix something? No, they're coming to the school and saying, I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't do anything. He won't listen to me. Mm-hmm. There's nothing I can do about his conduct and his behavior. He don't listen to nobody. Mm-hmm. You understand? Then I picture our ancestors, man, as they're watching their sons and daughters on the damn auction blocks, man. You understand? For goddamn, $50 or $10 or $15,
right.
You're going to this plantation. Damn child, that 6 and 7 year old child, man. Mm-hmm. He's being ripped away from their parents, and all they can do is cry and reach, and someone's holding them back. And every day they gotta go work. You better go work and wonder what the hell has become of my child. Is my child being beat? Is my child being molested and raped? Mm-hmm. You understand all of these things, man.
And that's definitely true. And they don't reap. They're not gonna reap their judgment for man, because man ain't gonna fault them. They're gonna hold themselves not guilty. You understand me?
Right.
But the thing about that, they're so goddamn prideful. The oppressor is so prideful. They would. The same thing you used to say, that they would hear that and be like, oh, it happened long ago. We didn't do it. Let it go. It ain't that serious. They don't understand. They're not able to harness the empathy to understand that they made a wrong, their ancestors made a wrong, and you should make it right. You understand me? Otherwise,
I'm trying to find where Esau, it fits this. Like, when in history did this happen to the European?
It doesn't.
Like someone type in the chat. Just type in a year and event, because this was damn common as hell in the Americas.
Right.
North, Central, and South America. This was common. This was just a damn
all the time. Right.
The flyers. I've seen the flyers.
Right.
You understand? I've seen the damn Black Fridays. I'm well aware. When is this? I'm curious. Let me know. Hitler didn't sell anybody. I'm not aware that Hitler sold anybody to anybody else. I'm not aware of that.
So if you don't know, you should know. So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. These curses, these things all fit you. These fit your narrative. They fit your culture. They fit your family. You know, if it ain't you, it happened to. I'm pretty sure it is, but you know someone who went through it. You understand me? You know people who go through it all the time. Just looking around yourself in your neighborhood. You understand me? It's looking around in your city. You understand me? And you know who this doesn't happen to? The so-called Israelite, the so-called Ashkenazi Jew who thinks he's the Israelite. This doesn't happen to them. They went through a damn couple months of hardship. You understand me? You went through over 400 years of the hardest conditions. You understand me? And counting, because it never ended. You understand me? It's still going on to this day. You understand me? The oppressor is cunning. You understand me? He just finessed it a little bit harder. That's all that's about. You understand me? But these things about you. You understand? We're gonna go to 40. We're gonna go to we'll just go to 46 real quick. But then I'm gonna go to 48. But this is basically on the line of what I was just saying.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
He's talking about these curses. You understand me? Like, as we were just bringing out, that's going to be upon you. You understand me? And for a sign and for a wonder, like a sign, like, damn. And then niggas wonder, like, God damn, how the hell they make it through that? You understand me? Because right now, by us breaking it down, you're able to realize who these curses are for. Because you can take one group of people and realize they went through that. You look at another group of people and realize they never went through that. You understand me? You can look at another group of people and say they ain't got nothing to do. You can take the process of elimination to realize who are the true Israelites according to this Bible. You understand me?
It's like it can't when a brother's bringing this out. Inevitably, some Edomite or some European will stop and listen to how graphic and how clear, and you know what I mean, that the brothers articulate this as our existence, and the damn light bulb goes off like, well, damn, truly you are. And you know what they do, right? They do the rest.
Right.
They bow down and kiss the boots of the Lord's chosen people, man.
Right. That's right.
You understand?
That's
like
right.
This, it's a sign. Like it's you can see it. You know what I mean? Like it's evident. It's visually
who he's talking
evident.
about. Right.
Who this is. Despite the lies that are being told, despite the propaganda, despite the whitewashing, despite all of that. The Most High is saying, it'll be upon you for a sign. Like, you can see it. They tried to whitewash King James and all of this. They tried to give us white Jesus, man.
Right.
They tried to give us Caesar Borgia.
Right.
It ain't enough.
Right.
It's still, you can see that the children of Israel, according to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, these curses that will be on us, anybody can look at these curses and know who the hell we are.
That's right.
Hitler said that America has the real Jews.
Right.
You understand? Right. Like, anybody can look and see what the hell's going on.
Right.
You got it.
That's right. It's so true. You understand me? But like before I came to the truth, you don't realize these things. So people don't teach you these things. You understand me? You go about your life getting getting taught your history by your oppressor. You understand me? Your oppressor tells you how to be black. Your oppressor doesn't tell you the true Israelite of the Bible. You know what your oppressor tells you? They teach you as a slave, and They teach you about Harriet Tubman and all them people, but they don't teach you about the fact that you're God's chosen people. You understand that the so-called Black Spanish natives is God's chosen people. They want to diminish your shine, and they also know that they got to get you off your ding. They got to get you sinning against the Most High, so you lose your protection with the Most High. You understand me? That's what they want. They know they don't fall under these curses. You know who falls under these curses? You do, black man. You do, Hispanic man. Right. You do, Native man. You fall under these curses, so you're more susceptible to have to go through these curses. You understand me? That's why you got to separate yourself from this world. You understand me? Separate yourself from this society. Separate yourself from their culture, because that's exactly what it is. This is their culture. This has never been our culture. We just never learned our culture. Like, think about a black man, Hispanic man, Native man. You got a goddamn slave name. You got a slave last name. You don't even know your real name.
That's right.
You don't even have a real name. Your name came from your slave master. It was passed down from generation to generation from your slave master. You understand me? Everybody else, their names come from generations. And I mean generations to generations of people that they can mark back the goddamn World War I type.
It's like the damn Hamites, they got African names out.
Right.
Right. Like, they got African names that trace back, man.
Right.
You understand?
That's right.
Like Vasquez, you know what I'm saying? It's not a damn, you know what I mean,
right.
Israelite name.
That ain't like
Thomas is not an Israelite name.
That's not an Israelite name.
Adams is not an Israelite name. That is not
a slave owner name. Right. That's
an excellent point you just brought out, man.
Yeah, that's not our culture. Let's get back to it.
All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Oh, therefore that we serve our friends.
Thine enemies.
So we serve the community that we want to join so bad.
Thine enemies.
That doesn't sound like integration.
That's right.
The Most High said right there, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies. He said, and you're going to serve your enemies. He didn't say he's going to serve your brother, your cousin, your mother, your friend. He said, these people that you're going to be serving are going to be your enemies.
Right.
They're going to keep you oppressed as long as they can. They're going to give the Asians a anti-hate bill before they give you one. They're going to give the LGBT community their rights before they give you yours. And who does that? No one but your enemy would do some stuff like that. So
right.
Wouldn't nobody do that but your enemy? Like, think about all the oppressor known these things have been going on for years. They're not sorry about it. They don't want to be sorry. They don't want to give you a piece of anything that is land or anything that's gonna create generational wealth for yourself or your family. Right. They want to throw you a crumb. You know what they want to do? They want to give you Juneteenth. Then they'll get you throwing an African dashiki. You understand? I mean, feel like you're African and you got I think I forgot the label, but they had a little ice cream. Can't think of their little joint. Had a little African dashiki ice cream. You understand me? That's a gift destroyed the heart.
That's
you know what I said? The gift destroyed for heart, man. You get that little gift and all of a sudden you cool. You understand me? They're so wicked. They make you celebrate their Independence Day with them, man. That is your enemy. You understand me? That is not your friend because he wants to keep you oppressed. And he doesn't want to lift you up. We you got something?
No, loud.
All right.
You want to keep reading?
Yeah.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
And that's the heavy part right there. Read that part again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
That the Lord shall send against thee. That's why he said earlier, like how Deuteronomy 7:6, you're a special people and he want to put you above all nations. And another scripture, he said, the other people that have not known my laws and my statutes of judgment, they have not known them. Right? The Most High sent these beasts against us until we get the laws, statutes, and commandments in order. like that's why they're able to justly move free and be the murderers of the earth. They've been murdering things since they got on. Before they got to the Americas, they was murdering things all the time. It was just white on white crime. Out of the world.
It's lucky, and that's why the Book of Lamentations, where it says that our eyes as yet failed and our vain help, waiting for a nation that cannot save us. We're looking for the oppressor to save us from the hell we're in. When the Most High sent the oppressor to put us in the hell we're in. We can't look to the oppressor, which is why, like, you understand how all of our efforts to appease our oppressor have yielded no results. Right. The marching, the compliance, the damn dressing, the shaving our heads. You know what I mean? What they call it, the code switching. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Talking like the oppressor. None of these things have yielded the respect and the consideration and the empathy of our oppressor. That's right. You know why? Because the Lord don't want him to give us goddamn empathy. You understand? He wants our obedience. That's when we obey the Most High, despite our oppressor's preference of us. You understand? Like, that's the beautiful thing. And it wasn't until I came into the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, where my eyes were awoken to the reality that damn the oppressor's expectation of me. Damn the oppressor's dress code, his damn requirement to be shave my beard and to not have braids. You understand? And to be effeminate. I can be masculine. That's right. I'll be toxically masculine. Right. You know what I'm saying? In the most unlikely of situations. And I will rock boots and I will be hardcore. You understand? Right. A man of the Lord. I won't eat pork. I won't celebrate your freaking holidays. I won't participate. You understand? You send the cupcake to my desk because you know my birthday because of the damn paperwork I filed to get this job. I'll throw it in the trash. Right, that's right. You understand? That's right. I don't care about appeasing the oppressor. I'll serve the Most High. Right. And that's what he requires. Appealing to our oppressor's, compassionate bone, the marching, the singing, the dancing, what does it yield? Nothing. What has it yield? Have we finally obtained the respect of our oppressor? What, 1969, right? 1964, 1960s. You got there Martin Luther King and them marching and singing and dancing and shucking and jiving. Surely the oppressor has a compassionate bone in his body about the plight of Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Huh? No? Oh, we still have to fight and battle the same things that were going on then. So we still ain't done. Affirmative action out the damn window. Huh? What head start? What you know what I mean? Like what disadvantage? To hell with all of that. What, because some Asians feel disadvantaged? Right. The hell does the Asian community feel disadvantaged about? Got it all. Come on, man. You're in the system. You're in a system where the system is meant for you to be destroyed. Like, it was a point in time where the black man was a second-class citizen in America, right? But being that all that marching that Martin Luther King and them wanted to do, you know who you march for? You march for the Asians, right? You march for the Arabs, right? You march for the Africans to be able to set up shop in your neighborhood. The LGBTQ. You march for the LGBT community to get their rights and act like they got the same fight you had. Right. We had two different fights, so-called blacks, man. They was never oppressed. You understand me? They was never oppressed, but that's all that marching, all that fighting, all the civil rights, all the emancipations, all that. Only thing it did was open the floodgates for all other nationalities to come, to come eat off of what we established. You understand me? Right. That's all that did. You can read. Come. And hunger
And hunger.
And in thirst.
And hunger and in thirst.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. Like we. Sadaki.
And want of all things.
And that's us. We ain't want all things of hunger, and we don't own the food spots. Like we don't own any distillery, water companies. Like we don't have a stake in any of that. We don't have a stake in any of that. Any of those things that they got going on has nothing to do with us, and that's how they reap their generational wealth. They get those things and they pass it down. You understand? I mean, they get those things and they have their whole name on it for generations to come. You understand me? And the nakedness, our clothing. You understand me? Our clothing. We don't have our brand. I mean, they say buy black. Like brother said, why we got to make that a hashtag to buy black? Why is this in us to buy from our brothers? Why do we need to buy it from the oppressor who don't really care about you? They just want your money. You understand me? Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Now, who had a yoke of iron put around their neck? Oh, wait. Was it the Jewish? Was it so-called Jewish man? Did he get a yoke of iron put around his neck anywhere? I could think you can Google the pictures. I think I know who it was. Other one.
Salaki, the so-called Jewish man had to wear like a little band around his arm. You know what I'm saying? With the so-called six-pointed star to indicate that he was a so-called Jewish man. You understand? That's not iron. It wasn't a damn iron, you know what I mean, shield. You know what I mean? It wasn't around his neck. It was around his arm.
Right.
You understand? And that's hardly the same. I do recall pictures, you know what I mean, that aren't in school. Like this history of the yokes of iron, of slavery in America, the transatlantic slave trade, the real graphics aren't displayed in schools.
Right.
You understand? Like the images, the reality of it is not taught in school.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It's kind of like it's censored. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But you get beyond that censorship and you'll see the pictures of our ancestors' eyes with the yokes of iron around their necks, tied, to the brother behind them with another yoke of iron around. Like, I mean, there's only one people who fit this curse. You understand? This is a part of one people's history connected to the previous point, to the previous point, to the previous point. And we jumped over some points.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
We're just skimming through. For time's sake.
And the limitation of the class time's sake. But man, like, this is like, what other people? Now, there's some people who clearly, it don't take a deep internet, Google or Siri or Bixby search to find who was bound by yokes of iron.
Right. By their enemy.
By their enemy. Not a damn dude that look exactly like him.
Right.
Not a splitting image of the cat.
Could be your cousin, could be your brother, right?
Enemy. Somebody with a bit of a contrast. Somebody that's clearly not them. Listen, I know who the children of Israel are. You understand? Right. And the water the commanding general Yohanan, man, for holding down this truth since 1969.
That's right.
Teaching this truth to all the brothers and sisters, the priests and prophets and captains in general of the ISUPK, man, and pushing this truth to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because up until now, I mean, we thought we were what? American? What? Dominican, Argentinian? What? Guatemalan?
Right.
Puerto Rican?
That's right.
What? Mexican? You are of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
That's right.
The Most High's chosen and special people who, because of our disobedience, we suffer the things we suffer today. And to get out of this captivity, we have to do what the Most High told us to do. We gotta wake up.
That's right. That's right. We can get the rest of that verse.
Come. Until he have destroyed thee.
And that's what they want to do. They got that yoke on your arm, they got that yoke on your wrist too.
That's right.
You understand me? And until they have destroyed you, what it mean by being destroyed? Your whole family is destroyed. Generations are destroyed. Right. You understand me? Because of my granddad, my father wasn't nothing, so I ain't gonna be nothing. You understand me? My mom wasn't nothing, so I ain't gonna be nothing. It's generational things that pass down. Like, you understand me? My dad wasn't in my life because he was locked up the rest of his life, so I had to raise myself in the streets. He had to. You understand me? That's generational things that they feel like you should be able to bounce back over and get over. But at the end of the day, it is still a stopping block. But you get back to this Bible, get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You don't need much to raise you but that. You understand me?
Right.
That'll give you the guidance. That'll give you your roadmap. You understand me? That'll show you how to maneuver through these streets. You understand me? And rightfully, you know what I mean? In the eyes of the Lord. You understand me? And like they said, therefore you serve your enemies. Like Most High said, when you doing right by the Most High, even your enemies shall be at peace with you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You obeying these laws, statutes, commandments, even though the oppressor is our enemy. Guess what? That oppressor gonna be at peace with you because he understands that you ain't gonna be a rollover coon sellout, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone else that gets a chance or gets on and decides to, you know what I mean? But you want some more? All right, let's go.
I mean, you want to move on to the next whatever verse you want. It's a couple more.
All right, let's go down.
I don't know which one you want. You want me to jump to it?
You can go to the next.
So, I'm gonna jump to verse 68. Salaki, for time's sake. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
All right, now, man, if this don't talk to you, I don't know what will. It said, and the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again with ships. Now we all know that we was in Egypt before when he not released us, but he redeemed us out of Egypt. You understand me? Right. And he said, and Egypt is bondage. That's Egypt right. means bondage. You understand me? Because it was called something else. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to mess the word up too bad.
It's a
Matazarium. There we go. That's what it was called, but they called it Egypt. You understand me? But yeah, Egypt meant bondage. And he said, and he will send you back to Egypt again. And guess how he said he was gonna do it? With ships.
The what?
With ships.
The transatlantic slave trade.
With ships.
That's right.
With ships, man. The so-called Jewish man ain't never going nowhere on no ship, man. He wasn't they already in the same goddamn? Oh, but yeah, like he was not. I don't know.
So like Auschwitz. You don't need a boat to get to Auschwitz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you don't need a boat to get to Auschwitz.
Right.
Germany.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like
right. Yeah. Nobody else went nowhere in ships, and your history is right in this Bible, so-called Black man, Hispanic man, Native man. It is right here for you to see. And he said, "I will bring you into Egypt again with ships." Go ahead, speak, read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Thou shalt see it no more again. You know what I mean? That's why we don't.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there go again. The Most High let you know you got enemies. And then who else? Like, what other human being in this nation was sold to anyone like property? Who was sold to anyone like merchandise? Who was sold to anyone like a damn used car, like a used dirt bike? Right? We was actually sold. If that's not a sign and a wonder, I don't know what is. You understand me? We was actually sold to other people. They was legally sex trafficking.
It's like I don't remember the so-called Jew being sold to anybody.
He wasn't.
I remember gas chambers.
No, he didn't get sold.
I remember their concentration camps.
Right.
I don't remember an auction.
Right.
But there is a people who I do remember vividly. Auctions.
Right.
And sales.
And
discounts.
That's right.
And bargains.
That's right.
You understand?
That's
like
right.
I do know of people that happened to. Mm-hmm. Like it's historically and goddamn based on historical artifacts. Right. Like that is a history of a people. Right. It sounds like it would be the history of the so-called Israelites. Mm-hmm. You understand? I remember they took some of the Native Americans back to Europe. Mm-hmm. To show them how easily they could be domesticated and taught to be subservient. You understand? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember that in history. I don't remember it about the so-called Jewish man, but I do remember it about the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Americans. That's right. Mm-hmm. And those people must be the people that they are speaking about in this Bible, because if it ain't that, I don't know who else who would fit these descriptions. I don't know anyone else who could be this person that the Most High refers to as his chosen people. Right. The people that he chose to redeem, the people that he sent Yahweh to save, that was of the same flesh as them. You understand me? The man who actually did walk this earth. You understand me? Right. It's all right here. You understand me? Just we have bad leadership. That's right. We have poor leadership. Our pastors don't know nothing about this. They don't want to tell you. They'll tell you about their whole day. You say, but they ain't gonna tell you about Deuteronomy 28, 60, 68. They ain't gonna tell you nothing about that. You understand me? Right. They'll tell you about you ain't putting enough in that plate. They'll tell you about their Louis Vuitton bag. They'll tell you about their airplanes. They'll tell you about their jets. It's like they'll sell you a fable, man. Yeah. They'll tell you goddamn make a wish. Yeah. Cross your damn fingers and make a wish. Close your eyes and make a wish. That's it. Man, goddamn fallen star, make a wish. Mm-hmm. They'll tell you to wear crystals. Mm-hmm. It's all about the crystals. But it's all about the alignment of the stars. It's all about astrology and numerology. Mm-hmm. It's all about the damn pattern on your palms. They'll read your palms. Yep. Damn soothsayers and damn, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just idiots. Right. You know what I mean? Just hustlers and scam artists. That's right. And try to sell us a dream, man. Outside of obedience. Mm-hmm. Period. Mm-hmm. The ISUPK under Command of General Yohana teaches obedience to the Most High. Why do we teach obedience to the Most High? Because Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1 says that if we would obey the Most High, you understand, mm-hmm. then all these blessings will fall upon us. Oh, and everything bad that has happened to the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community, mm-hmm. everything tragic that has happened to the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community, everything dysfunctional in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community, if we return back to the Most High, he lifts the curse. He doesn't make a curse upon us. That's right. He blesses us. That's right. He blesses our children, mm-hmm. man. He blesses us in the city and the field. You mm-hmm. understand what I'm saying? He brings us out of this captivity. That's right. That's what we need. But you got the Christian church that wants to hustle you, man. The Christian mm-hmm. church just wants your dollar to tell you to keep doing what you're doing. To tell you to keep twerking. Keep mm-hmm. getting high. Keep being a homosexual. Mm-hmm. That's right. Keep worshiping these other gods and kissing the ass of our oppressor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's none of that's going to work. It hasn't worked. We've tried all of that. Have we not twerked enough? Great. Have we not sold enough drugs in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities? Have we not been intoxicated? Have we not consumed enough alcohol on the damn reservations? Right. Huh? Have we not had enough cerveza? Not enough Coronas? We've done all of that. We got to turn back to the Most High mm-hmm. and keep his law, statutes, and commandments to get out of this captivity, to reverse these curses, man. Mm-hmm. That's right. And the only place you're going to learn that is even a remote possibility is in the ISUPK under Command of General Yohana. That's right. You got it out. That's right. We can get the rest of that. Come. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there mm-hmm. ye shall be sold unto your enemies mm-hmm. for bondmen and bondwomen. All right, bondmen and bondwomen mean slaves. You understand mm-hmm. me?
So we should be sold as slave men and slave women, and we all know who was sold as slave men and slave women in this society, in this nation, in this whole culture that we built under slaves' blood, sweat, and tears. You understand me? The Most High has a chosen people, man, and that's the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man. You understand me?
Right.
That's the Most High's chosen people, and he left it right here for a sign and a wonder for you, and he left it in writing, and he left it for his prophets to spew back into the earth. And the only thing you have to do is come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's understand me? Stop doing what the oppressor tell you to do, because the oppressor is not going to lead you in the right direction. Understand me? The oppressor wants your destruction. Your destruction is his dollar. Understand me?
That's right.
The more of us is destroyed, the more he's able to take over our neighborhoods, tarnish our women. You understand me? Teach our kids for us.
Right.
It works out in his favor. Right. It works out in his favor. It don't work out in our favor, because we're nothing but someone else left under the curses when you don't. You understand me? We can get the rest of that.
Come. And no man shall buy you.
And this is like basically like you gotta get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, because no man shall buy you means no man shall save you. You understand me? Like Martin Luther King and all that, Marcus Garvey and everything they had going on. How about we start saving ourselves? Right? How about we start eating that shrimp? We start eating that pork, that lobster. You understand? How about we stop being murderers? Right? How about we stop being drug dealers to people in our home community? Right? How about we stop doing everything that's wrong with our neighborhood to help destroy it and get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments? Then we wouldn't need to be saved by any man, because our house will be in order. You understand me? Our families will be in order. You understand me? Our brotherhood will be in order. If you don't know how to do that, get on the website ISUPK.com and find a local camp, a local school near you. You understand me? Find a school near you. Learn how to be a righteous brother, not only for you. Stop being so goddamn selfish. Do it for your family. Do it for the people that's coming after you. Do it for your community. You understand me? Do it for the first time you can do something that ain't got nothing to do with you. When you can actually, you understand me, help someone else in life. You understand me? Right. And you got anything I don't want? All right. And with that, Shalom Israel with ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we've been bringing out truth of the Bible. Now, truth is the so-called black man, the so-called Hispanic man, and the so-called Native man is, and in fact, according to Deuteronomy 28 and some more songs, the true Israelite, you understand me? True Jew according to this Bible. You understand me?
That's right.
With that, shalom.